I just went outside. I went to Pine Baby and Elo, and I saw that light that I've been saying that these people have that's handheld. It looked kind of like a Christmas tree talking. That's the way it looked to me. But it's a weapon. I've seen the people behind us, and I've seen the man over there with the um white van. I actually saw him with it walking around his house. So I don't know if he's trying to get someone's attention because he just walks around the house with it in his hand. And I kind of felt like there was something up in the sky that he was trying to get it attention from up there from the sky. Like I said, I've seen flying saucers down here, not up in the sky, but down here. And there be something up there blinking. I don't know what it is, but I don't believe it's no drones. But anyway, I went outside. I opened myself up too because I wanted to video it. But like I said, my phone that I can really, make things go zoom in and zoom out. I can't get it to work right now because it's too full. But I did record it on my computer. I took my laptop out there, but you can only see like tell that it's a light. You can't really tell the shape of it. And I don't know. I might can take a picture. I'm not gonna take no more chances going back out there because they was attacking my heart, and I'm feeling like something's covering over my heart. That's what it feel like. But like I said, these are weapons that these people have, and they have this stuff in their windows, and it's sitting right at that glass door, the sliding door at the house at the back of us. And like I said, I don't take drugs, I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff. And I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to commit suicide. So if anything happened to me, it was done to me. And like I said, I'm completely surrounded by gang stalkers. Every single house, the old people, the young people, they all are part of this gang stalking. Every house, every single house, even the burnt house. They took that little house from back there because there was a guy staying in it, but he was doing some work up under that house. Can't tell me that they not something up under the house because I set the heat to 74. It is 85 degrees in this house, and my feet burns. So these people got weapons all around us, and the sheriff department of every city is behind the gang stalking. The law, if it's the people within the FBI, the people within the CIA, the people within FEMA, the people within the security, what you call it, it's the security thing. The people within our government, the government organization, people within housing, people within the social services, people in social security. You got people within the government body that is a part of this gang stalking because they are part of a secret society. They more dedicated to the secret society than they are anything. You got people that's in college in these sororities. They part of it. You got the church that's part of it. That's paying that don't pay taxes. They part of it. You got the Jehovah Witnesses. You got different parts of the church body, but I know Jehovah Witnesses, and I know the rest of because I used to go to the other churches, and they gang stalked me within the church. I had one pastor do something to me. He like I don't know what he did to me, but things went really bad after he called me up to the altar and did something. He did some kind of ritual or something on me. But anyway, I've had witches in the church to come send me some witchcraft, send an orb after me and my grandson, who was only 9 years old at the time. So they will attack your children. But like I said, if my sister, they've been pointing these lights at my sister. My sister is in the back of the house. That light is pointing at her bedroom because this stuff goes through the walls. That man had his truck parked yesterday, where those lights on the front of his truck would go to her window. So if my sister died, they murder her. They've been attacking this woman for many, many years. Now she can't walk. She can't go to the bathroom. She wears a diaper. She can't feed herself. She can't stand up. She can't do nothing. I have to do everything for her. But she was a working woman. She was working when they started doing this to her. So they took her from being a working woman to, and this is not no regular sickness. I'm telling you, I know that this was done to her because she used to tell me that she hear wind in her head and it's on her medical record. Where her medical records at, I don't know because her doctor died. So I don't know where her medical records went. Dr. Cisnero or something like that in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He died last year, and where they put her medical records, we don't know. Because they didn't even contact us and let us know that he died. I found out through her drugs from the drugstore or from her pharmacy. So we don't know where her medical records, but it's in her medical record that she was having bad headaches and that she was saying she could hear wind. Plus she was seeing people coming through her walls. She was seeing us in her house when we wasn't there because this is what they were doing to her. Besides, my house is, she used to stay there, and there is a two-story house. Nothing stayed there but military. The military people were doing this to her because they done it to me. I woke up, there's a man standing there looking at me, and he just pop away. But they able to project stuff in your through the walls. She was telling me these things. They ran her like they done this to her. Me and my other sister was there. We spent the night at her house because we had to take her to the doctor the very next day. Right now, I'm feeling this chair shaking, and this is no demon. This is coming. This is some technology. This is the same crap that they have going up my vagina and in my rectum. This type of stuff right here. This is the type of stuff that these people do that is of our government. And it's not just the United States of America. Every continent, every single continent is doing this because they're trying to bring in the one world order. And you know, bringing in the one world order is of the Antichrist. And you know that's nothing but the devil. Pure devil. But like I said, if I die, I was murdered. That people behind us in the house right behind us, I don't know if that man, there's an older man there. I don't know if that's his house, but he know the people that's there. I want the people who own these houses to be responsible for our health, for our death, because they know what's going on. They had to get permission from the owners of these houses in order to put this stuff under their house. Whoever owned this house and the real estate agency that's renting this house out, they know what's going on with us. They had to get permission. The house we just left from, this exact same thing. In the house before that, it wasn't the same, but we was under attack. In Lumberton, we was under attack. I'm going to the doctor, think I'm having medical problems, and I'm being attacked by technology. So I'm just wanting it to be known that I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to commit suicide. I don't take no drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't even go nowhere. But I'm steady being attacked 24 hours a day. They dehydrating me. They dehydrating my sister. My sister look like a skeleton because they doing this to her. They drying her up. They drying me up. But they making me, blowing me up because this energy going up my vagina, going up in my stomach, going in my rectum, going in my stomach, going up my spine, going up to my brain. going up my throat, making my skin just hang. This is coming from being dehydrated, from what these people putting this heat in my body. And it have heat that makes me burn down between my legs. This is what they're doing to us with technology, energy and frequency, direct energy, electromagnetic frequency, radio frequency, microwave frequency, Wi-Fi frequency, and direct energy. This is what they use, radio frequency, and it's a wave. It comes like a wave. This is what they do to us. Then they use the V2K, which is something they put on their head so that they can read our thoughts. They can give us thoughts. They can make us feel lust. They can make us not feel lust. They can make us feel anger. They can make us feel different stuff because they're using the V2K. And then they raping us with the remote neural monitoring. This is what they do. That's why they made that movie with the them blue people, Avatar. That's what the remote neural monitoring is, something like Avatar. And they have something else too that they can do something where they can feel, touch you when they are far away from you, and you're gonna feel it. This guy was saying something about it. This is what this type of technology that they're using. They even making people, fake people that look real. They look more real than we do. They make men and women want to have relationships with these people, soulless people. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. And I believe the prophetess when she said that God told her that they got people up under the underground where they have half human and half animal people underground, and they're gonna come up. They're coming out. So this is the same thing that during the days of Noah. It's the same thing that was going on. The same thing that was going on. Giants, Nephilims. Now you got the children of the Nephilim. You got children of the Nephilims. That's why they look like us, but they're not of us. So I'm just letting it be known that anything happened to me, anything happened to my sister, that we were murdered. And these people use this technology on us with these cars. Because I got in the house and I looked back, I could see the lights on that burgundy truck back there because it went on when I went out there. So I guess they realized I was outside. They got a text to let them know that I'm outside. Either way, they monitor or see the monitor, me on the monitor, that I was outside. And so he cut the lights. That's why I said they can attack us. You'll never see them because the cars and the trucks are the weapon. They have this stuff in their windows. And they be hiding in the house and they shooting out through their windows. They porch lights are weapons. The street lights are weapons. If you start paying attention to the street lights and see how the street lights are changing, they rewiring this stuff, and it can shine right at your directly at your house. I got videos to prove what I'm saying, and just like that sun. But I'm really getting tired of trying to tell people that people want to keep laughing at me. But when all hell break loose on earth, I don't want every person that laughed at me when I tried to tell them, and they laughed at me. They better not come up in my face asking me what to do, cause I ain't gonna know. I'm gonna ask them, "What are you talking about? I don't know. Are you pronounced schizophrenia? I want to know, are they pronounced schizophrenia? Because they're gonna see this stuff. This stuff is coming to pass, and I don't think it's gonna be another 50 years. It's coming now. It's already coming. But I think there's a set time for everything to really happen. Cause why are the flying saucers coming down here? There was a whole entire sky. It looked like stars, but stars don't fly. These things were flying. One at a time. They were blank. There was a big airplane just going around in a great big circle. It just kept going around in a circle, and then after a while, one of those flying saucers will cut the lights off, cut it back on, cut it off, cut it on, and then next thing you know, it was. I mean, this thing will fly real fast. Nothing that I seen move that fast, not ever. I haven't seen a airplane. I haven't even seen a jet move that fast. These things were, and they were standing still in the sky until they start blinking the lights and stuff, and then they just take off. And I'm not the only person that's seen it. I'm the only one that talk about it though, because I'm not a coward. I'm trying to warn the people so that when stuff happens, you will know that it's going to happen, and you won't be so afraid. Cause the Bible say that men's hearts is going to fail them because what they're going to see coming from the heavens. Things are going to happen. They're going to be things coming out from the bottomless pit that's going to be stinging people. They're going to have hair and teeth and I think they're scorpions, but they're not going to look like scorpions from here. And they're going to be stinging people for 3 months. People going to want to die and can't. Death's going to leave them. They're going to be wanting the mountains to fall on them. Because things is coming. And people don't want the people. It sounds like it may be impossible, but it's not. It's not. Things are going to happen. Here on this earth, things are going to happen. Things has already happened. Look at how there used to be sorcerers, and this stuff is real. We think it's fiction, but this is what used to be. There used to be sorcerers and the bad and the good fighting against each other, and then they were creating all kind of stuff, the monsters and stuff. They still doing it underground, but they're gonna come up. They're coming up out of the underground. And that's why the very filthy rich got them bunkers under the ground. So when the monsters and stuff start coming out from under the ground, then these filthy rich people that got these bunkers, I mean luxury bunkers underground, we gonna be still up here to fight the monsters, or not to fight them, cause they probably gonna kill us. But I hope what they say about uh, Jesus coming back to get his church before the tribulation. I try to study that, but I got mixed up with it because I can see tribulation, I can see resurrection, and I can see it before and after. Because they're gonna be one where people be caught up in the air, and then they're gonna be one where feet gonna be on the ground, on the earth. So I kind of get mixed up with that. But I don't want to be here with no giants, and I don't want to be here with no half animals. No half horse and a half man or a half alligator and a half this, and I just don't want to be here with it. I want to be gone, and I hope that I live my life well enough after all my sinning, because I did plenty. But I ask God to forgive me, and I pray that He has forgiven me. That's why I'm trying to do these videos, and I'm trying to tell people don't follow, because I'm seeing some witches. I'm seeing people that's into some stuff that a person that's going to follow Jesus is not supposed to be in. There's no such thing as a Christian witch. No such thing. No Christian should know how to do magic and do what that preacher did to me at the altar. And I hope God take care of him. I really do. Because he don't need to be laying his hands on people doing something demonic. Because I know the truth about the Bible. which I didn't even say nothing. I haven't said nothing. If they quit reading people's minds, they won't know nothing, because nothing came out of my mouth. It's in my head. I studied tithing, but now I'm going to say it. Yeah, I did study tithing. And from what I read and understood, tithing is for the Old Testament. And during the time when Jesus said, "Woe to you, you pay your tithes, but you do the other thing. You don't do nothing. That's all you do is pay your tithes." He didn't say them not the words, but that was still the Old Testament. Jesus hadn't died yet. He was still talking. But who is a Levite now? Who got the bloodline of Levi? God only commanded the Levites to receive a tithe, not no pastors. We not up under the Old Testament Mosaic law. We are under a new law. And Jesus is of the tribe of Judah, not Levi. And I don't have a problem with paying a tithe, but I can't pay no tithe and an offering because I have bills to pay. And I was paying, they got my money, but still was talking junk about me because I know the truth. Quit reading people's minds, then you won't know what's in their thoughts. That's not your duty to read people's thoughts. That's what psychics do. And that's what a lot of these preachers are, psychics. And they got the spirit of Python in them. The spirit of Python. And the greed of money. Mammon. The one thing I do know, you can't outgive God. You have to give your increase. But God didn't say how much according to the New Testament. He didn't give no specific. He didn't say a tenth. You can give 9%, you can give 10%, you can give 11%, you can give 100% if you want to. If you got it like that, and when you get a check, get the whole check to the church, that's on you. But they want to come put a curse on me because of what I ain't saying nothing. That's what making so bad. They were talking. I'm sitting right there, and the bishop sitting there with a mouthful of gold teeth talking about me. And I didn't say nothing. See, that's what I need to stop doing. Letting people talk about me, and I'm sitting right there listening to them. Because you a liar. Telling people if they don't pay a tithe, they curse with a curse. That is not for the church. And God was talking to the priests because of the stuff that they were doing. Who will rob God? God was asking that to the priest. And the same thing he asked today to the preacher. Who will rob God? Because y'all telling lies on that pulpit. Let me get off because I'm starting to get hot. One thing, you don't serve God with anger. But right now I'm not reading the Bible or anything. I'm just trying to tell what these preachers are doing, and there's a lot of them and they're doing some witchcraft. Because they got their third eye open. There's this one preacher, his son up there singing, got waves all in his hair and stuff, and just as gay and actively gay too. But he's up there singing on praise and worship. But he can see somebody else's sin, but you can't see your son is gay. So, and ain't no way that he is bringing the presence of God in the church. Ain't no way. Because he actively is gay. And he one of the one that was going to my sister's house. Had taken her money. She didn't say he was taking her money, but she said that when they take her to the store, they always piling stuff up for her to pay for. I didn't even do that. Not her sister. He going to her house. Every time she come to my house, he calling her first thing in the morning. He's a young gay dude. Why are you going to a old woman? She in her 60s, and you probably in your 20s. Cause they was taking her money, but they wouldn't have to pay her bills though. They wouldn't. I had to come all the way from Lumberton to Fayetteville to pay her bills because she couldn't do it. But they take her to the grocery store and take her shopping so that she can pay for their stuff. Take her to the liquor store, get her drunk. Man, they would not let you in. And these are the same type of people that are GameStop. These are them same kind of people that are steal from a woman that's sick. The same kind of people, because they still attacking her. They still attacking her. And she on her last leg. She's so dehydrated, and I don't care what I give her because this stuff is coming up 24 hours a day. It never stops. I just keep my feet propped up. I can't keep her feet propped up because she won't do it. She won't keep her feet propped up. So if I'm sitting here and this stuff coming up into my butt, I might can't even have sex no more. This thing probably so dried up. I don't want to get talked like that, but I'm just telling the truth because this stuff is dehydrating me. I don't know how my body look on the inside. All I know is that I could tell by my neck how it's drooping, and I could tell by my face. I could tell by my belly and my body because I've never been this big. Even when I was pregnant with my children, I didn't weigh what I weigh now. And that's the God honest truth. I weigh now more than I did when I was pregnant with any of my children. And this coming from this stuff coming up from under this house and from that other house. Because the same thing was happening over there. Let me get off of here. I mean, it's just bad how people is suffering. I looked at this one lady um, that was doing her testimony about how she started being gang stalked. And that was she started being gang stalked because she was by the swimming pool reading her Bible. But see, when I started getting gang stalked, I won't in the church. This was back in the 80s. I won't in the church in the 80s. I was still living a sinful life. So people saying that it's about your Christianity, I don't think that's it. I think somebody just decided that they want to destroy your life. We probably end up going to Jesus. Some of us is anyway. But I won't confess in Jesus back in. I mean, I always believed in Jesus, but I won't live in it. Put it like that. Even as a little girl, I prayed at night before I went to bed. I always prayed, but I wasn't living it. I put it like that. But I've always believed in Jesus all my life. I just didn't live it. But evidently she was living it because she was reading her Bible and some other book she said she was reading. And that's when she started having the problems. But I think somebody just decided I'm not worth living. My sister's not worth living. There's a lot of other people that's being monitored. They just haven't let you know yet that you're being monitored. Because when they start coming around you talking about your personal business and doing loud, where you, especially if you're in an apartment, they all loud, and even if you're in a house, they're gonna be doing stuff like we first moved up here. This dumb idiot that stood across the street cut up some paper. The smallest you can cut up paper and line up the front of our house from one end to the other end with paper. So I got the rake and I went out there to hear that noise for me raking and it hitting the streets, that pavement. So if y'all stupid enough to do that, I'm stupid enough to rake the cement. And y'all had to hear it early in the morning. He would take his cigarettes and dump his cigarette ducts. And what I should have did, I should have took them dang on cigarettes and had his DNA. Since they want to take our DNA, I should have had his check to see who actually who cigarettes it was. But I know who it was. It was the man across the street. Every time I come outside, here he come. And he was sending something to hit me that I couldn't see, but I could feel it. Especially if I be talking to the Lord. Here he come. And so evidently they had it on his phone. They were showing it to him on the phone because he come outside and whatever it was hitting me, where it was coming from, I don't know. I can't say. But I mean, one time I was sitting on the front porch and I was talking to God, and here he come and started hitting me something, and he would hit the house. You would see the little dents hit the house, and I looked over at him. I said, "That all you got?" I said, "You don't know all that I can take. That all you got?" He jumped up, and went back in the house. Well, let me go. Let me hang up.